It is always something. It is just always something. Hello, I don't know who's here because apparently I had some browser issues and I cleared my cache and I lost all my settings, and so it was set at Western time zone. So I saw my scheduled live was 11 a.m. I'm like, no, 2 p.m. It's 2 p.m. So anyway, probably nobody's here. And it seems like, in fact, nobody's here because it sent out notices that the live starts at 5 p.m. And I only just changed it like 2 minutes ago to 2 p.m. So I think I'm just by myself now. I think I'm just talking to nobody. So I'm going to give it some time because usually there's like already people here. So if anybody's here, please come on and tell me you're here. And if not, you'll just watch it later. But it's significantly less fun when I'm by myself. Oh, yay, somebody's here. Okay. It's been every day some new, fresh, technical issue. So anyway, here I am. It's just, okay, so Betty's here. Okay, so I'm not alone. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be a lot fewer of us because for people that subscribe to the YouTube channel and they get a notification, oh good, Terry's here, Jane's here. Tell me if you got a notification that says I'm going live at 5 p.m. Because yeah, I had the time zone set wrong. So I accidentally did that. But anyway, hi you guys. I am feeling a little bit, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Hey, wait a minute. Does that mean I should be having a cocktail now? Because if it's 5 o'clock. Hi, oh yay, you guys are actually here. Oh, that makes me feel so much better. I'm feeling a tiny bit under the weather, not bad, but Monday I start the virtual Vogue where I have to be talking for many hours on end. So I am going to keep it a little shorter. Oh, you did. Oh, Rosemary, you got one. Yeah, sorry. Whoops. So then just a question for Rosemary. I always look down at the chat box like you're physically inside there. When I changed it, oh good, I got the notification that says 5 o'clock. When I changed it, did you get a new notification? I'm just wondering. Still dealing with the fact that YouTube Live is so much different than Facebook Live. And I have to talk to my friend Laura, who does YouTube Live all the time, because so far I've seen a way to schedule it. But on Facebook, it automatically goes live. Like I have Facebook open, I have my streaming software open. I'm with my streaming software. I see when it goes live on Facebook, so I know when to start talking. Here, it seems like I have to start live. Oh my God, I'm so boring. I don't know how you guys handle me. Hi, oh, from Maine, hi. Yes, it should be cocktail hour. So, I have a couple of new things to talk to you about. I had an idea. I'm gonna switch cameras for a second. I want to create. Oh, good. My notification just came when you started. Okay, good. I got a notification to join. Okay. I don't know. So I want to talk about ways to keep ourselves sane and feeling connected to the world. And I'm gonna do something fun. Hold please. I'm gonna make sure this is playing. Okay, here we go. Okay. I want everyone to take a moment. I'm actually going to turn the sound up a little bit so that we can, hold on, see if we can get some sheepy noises going in the background. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. So this is my moment of Zen for those of you who I love that sound. For those of you who enjoy The Daily Show, this is a YouTube stream that is sheep grazing in Napa for 6 hours. So I was talking to my friend this morning about Maryland sheep and wool and how, it's really sad to have missed it. And I have right there on the top of the screen a link to the Maryland sheep and wool vendor page. Now, oh God, I just love the sound of sheep. Shopping online is not the same as being with the animals, wandering around. So here's my thought for all of you. Put on this YouTube. Have the beautiful sheep in the background. Have that going in one window. Visit the Maryland sheep and wool vendor page on the other. And try to be there. Click on the links. Try to have a little mindfulness meditation as if you are strolling up and down the aisles of Maryland sheep and wool. See if you can feel the sun on your face, if you can smell the smells, that grassy, sheepy, muddy smell, the spice in the air, the idea of smelling the cider and the pumpkins and the donuts and all that, all the wonderful smells of a fiber festival. And shop around. There's some amazing vendors there. I have to give a shout out to some of my affinity vendors. Northlight Fibers, do please visit them on that vendor page. Stephen Willett, these wooden tools, they're so cool. And all hand carved, they're so, so beautiful. Brooklyn Haberdashery is there, check them out. I'm not sure if Starcroft Fibers is there, but check them out. So, I attended virtually. Yes. So anyway, that's my crazy suggestion. And I really love this YouTube video. It is 6 hours of sheep and sounds and just happiness. It is 6 hours of happiness. I'm going to go back to me for a second. But I'm going back to me for a second, but I'm leaving the sheep sounds in the background. Just for a minute. I just don't want to hear the sheep. Just for a hot second. Okay, maybe it is distracting. I'll turn off the sheep sounds for a minute, but then you guys can tell me if you're like, no, I want sheep noises in the background. Yay, Donna knows Stevens woodworking. It is just beautiful. What I want to know is, are there any other suggestions out there of how we can feel connected to the world? I know a lot of us are doing Zooms. I had a pretty exciting moment over the weekend. I think it was Saturday. How many of you guys follow me on Instagram? Give me a little shout out if you follow me on Instagram, because I posted a little picture of this, and it kind of gave me a little sense of what Vogue is going to be like. A lot of you might know I used to be a Broadway stage manager before I moved into this full time, and I spent how many years? I think it was just shy of 3 years with a show called 42nd Street. It was the revival of 42nd Street. And it was one of the most extraordinary companies I ever worked with. And one of the silver linings of this craziness, Jane, so lots of people saying yes to Instagram. So for the people that follow me on Instagram, you might have seen that post. I put in a little post on Sunday that was me videoing my laptop screen just for like 15 seconds, showing you what 57 people look like on Zoom. It was kind of crazy. So, you know, we've talked about in past lives, you know, the denial, anger, depression, bargaining, acceptance, the 5 stages of grief, which apparently there's 7 now, but I don't know what those are. And I feel like I want to add I mean, apparently there are 7, but I don't know the 7. I just know the 5. I'm old. So I want to add a 6th, which is finding the silver lining. So I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, and there's like a 30-second lag, so your comments are always, you know, a little bit behind where I am. If anyone's experienced reconnecting with anyone from their past because of this pandemic, because 42nd Street, what prompted this reunion is it's the 19th anniversary of the opening night. Now, I wasn't there at opening. I was a replacement, and I joined, I guess maybe, I don't know, 8 months, 9 months in. Maybe it was a year. I'm not sure. It was early in 2002. It was not that long after 9/11 because I was there. I was in New York. I was doing the last 5 years. Then I was working at Lincoln Center for a while. Then I was at Signature, and then I started subbing. I was there first as a sub, and then I was a replacement, what's called the second, and then I was moved up to the first. I haven't seen some of those people in, you know, 17 years or so since we closed. 17 years? 18 years? I don't remember. So anyway, it was kind of amazing. It was amazing. And the flood of stories, everyone sort of said hello. The person that organized us, which was one of our dance captains, another one of the chorus women, she muted us all and then turned us and then called on us. And one by one, we said hello. We said a little bit about where we are in our life right now and shared a favorite memory. But by the way, it did really inform me about how long that can take with a large group. Now, we had 57. I'm going to have 30 in all of my Vogue classes. But I was training the teachers because, you know, I've been teaching virtually for a while, so I have the experience of the platform. And so anyway, I was training some of the other teachers. And one thing I said was, you know, it's important to keep all the students on mute so that they don't have to worry about like a dog barking in the background or their baby crying or, you know, them coughing or anything. So everyone can feel really comfortable. And then, you know, it's up to you whether or not you want to unmute people one at a time when they raise their little virtual hand to ask a question. Or if there's a time when you want to unmute everyone, if there's like a moment when people are knitting along. But be warned, I said, when you just unmute 30 people and everyone starts talking, it's chaos. So the other thing is when Sarah called on people, now it's saying the stream current bitrate is lower than recommended. Okay, I'm going to try to change my bitrate. Before it told me to lower my bitrate, and now it's telling me to raise my bitrate. I hate this. So I don't know if I'm getting like wiggly or jiggly, or if it is. All right, there we go. Or if it's getting out of sync. But anyway, tell me if I'm getting out of sync. But the other thing it told me is how long that if you are going to turn on everyone's mic at the beginning of a Vogue class to just say like, introduce yourself and tell me where you're from. You have to keep it tight because if there's 30 people and everybody takes a minute, you've used up a quarter of your class time on intros, right? So the Zoom with 57 people in it, we never got past the intros. Everyone just said hello and shared their favorite memory. I had to bow out a little over an hour into the call, but the call was recorded. The call lasted 2 hours and 45 minutes just with intros, which was kind of amazing. So if you're in, your voice isn't in sync. Again. I don't know what to do with this thing. no matter what I do. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to try changing it says stream is good. There's a delay in your voice. It's not in sync. Yeah, all right. Hold on. I'm going to try changing it again. Before it told me my bitrate was too high. Now it's telling me my bitrate is too low. YouTube is going to be the death of me. Okay. All right. We'll see how that works. Anyway, I said, if I turn people's mics on, I'm going to say, just say your name and where you're from. I'll start. Patty, Brooklyn. And then I might just like turn people on one at a time, but by demoing and going, Patty, Brooklyn. I have to keep it moving. By the way, tell me, I just changed my bitrate and the angry message went away. So tell me if I get in sync again. Yes, use the chat bar. Well, so I'm actually not going to use the chat box for social talking because the class content that I chose for Vogue is, I'm still not in sync. Okay. Ugh. But I am in sync for some people. That's weird. Okay. See, now, I don't know. Some people I'm in sync and other people I'm not. So anyway, the content for Vogue that I chose was teaching content. So for anyone who went to Easy Does It, my video class, it's going to be more like that. It's going to be a lot of me teaching. There's not going to be as much as like, knit this swatch. Okay, everyone's knitting, you know, so it's not really a knitting group. Okay, the picture's good, whatever. Still out of sync for some people, and yet other people I'm fine. So I don't know, because now my little stream health says excellent, and it gives me YouTube's giving me the thumbs up. So I'm seeing like people are saying yes, it's good, and other people saying no, it's not. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, but I did want to tell you another thing. I'm going to try one thing. Just a touch off. Okay. Because the other thing is I could try from my broadcast to like stop streaming and start streaming again. But then it might kick us off entirely. So I don't know. Should I try that? Should I try a quick like stop and start? I'm going to try it. Stay here. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to try this. I'm going to see if this works. I'm going to try over here. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen because this is like a 30-second delay between what I just did and what's happening over here. All right, so I'll see if you all are still here. Are you all still here? I think you're all still here. Okay. Tell me if you're still here because I'm going. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. I think I'm still live. All right, you all your comments are really behind. The not worth it. I didn't stop streaming from YouTube. I stopped streaming from my streaming software. So YouTube kept going. Okay, so I think by now I have restarted and you're all here. So now tell me if I'm now in sync. Okay. So here's the other thing I want to talk to you about. Speaking of chatting. So the virtual Vogue is going to be more like real class content. You know, me teaching, you guys, yay, all in sync. You guys following along, sometimes holding your hands in front of the camera. If you raise your hand and I'll come over. But I don't know how many of you are doing my Palm Canyon knit along. I think I'm going to start with the knit along people, but then I'm going to expand it to other folks. I was thinking about doing a Zoom kind of knitting circle, not a class, just totally like a meetup. And what I would do was, so see, I have like, by the way, I have no sync, and then I have two people yes in sync, someone else no in sync. So I think it is slightly dependent on what's on your end, sadly. Yeah, still in sync. Okay. Oh, now Pam is here. Now I know Pam's got high speed. Pam, you tell me how the sync is. Now Jennifer says it's worse than it was before. That's great. All right, Pam, I'm waiting to hear how oh, whatever. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking of doing for Palm Canyon. I'm going to start it for the knit-along people, but then I am going to go expand it. But I want to try starting with like one group at a time. So what I was thinking of is finding a time. And so I need you guys to give me suggestions of days and time. And doing a virtual knit night. And what I'm going to do is maybe do like 50 people. But, oh, Pam says I'm not in sync. So I give up. I officially hate YouTube Live. There, I said it. I hate YouTube Live. But have 5 breakout rooms. So it's basically 10 people in a room, and I'll just randomly assign them. And that way, 10 people can really chat. And I will just walk around from room to room and check in and talk to people. And so the Palm Canyon folks can like show me what they're working on. And yeah, just like, it's not a class, just a chitty chat, because some of the people in my Ravelry group who've been doing knit-alongs with me for years, they really know each other. But they, have never, sorry, I just read, it's like watching Pippi Longstocking old movies, they were never in sync. Did anyone ever, if I said, oh, what was his name? Clutch Cargo. If I said Clutch Cargo, does anyone out there remember Clutch Cargo? And does anyone know why Clutch Cargo, why they animated Clutch Cargo the way they did? Now, you guys are about 30 seconds behind, so it's always a bummer to ask a question and wait for the answer. So I'm just going to say one more time, Clutch Cargo. Does anyone remember Clutch Cargo? Ah, I got my first yes. So if you remember Clutch Cargo, it was the creepiest thing in the world. It was a cartoon with a, yeah, Charlotte said, oh man, it gave me the creeps. With a cutout. So by the way, when you get off here, Google it. And there were no lips. Then, well, they didn't draw his mouth. That was an actor's mouth really moving because it was cheaper to animate it that way. But it was so creepy. It was super creepy. You're going to have to Google that. You've got to Google it. And then there was okay. I'm super old. How about Speed Racer? Does anyone remember Speed Racer? Now, Speed Racer, it might have been Speed Racer with the fake lips. Or Speed Racer was just the like they animated him. They animated him like 4 drawings, where in like a Disney movie it would be like 400 drawings. So, his movements would be like, look, there. I mean, like, it was hilarious. So for all of you youngins out there, Google for yourself Speed Racer and Clutch Cargo. Enjoy. There you go. Ah, Pam remembers Clutch Cargo. Oh my God. Yeah, so I have to find my old OBS version, which actually worked for like a second, Speed Racer. Because it wasn't, last week I was in sync. And last week was the old OBS because I wiped my computer clean and then I had to re-download all my software. Thanks, Pam. She made me do it, which means I lost my old OBS. And the old OBS was working. Anyway. Oh, except now Jane says I'm in sync. I don't know. I just can't even with this. I'm in sync for some people. I'm out of sync for the other. Oh yeah. So then then there were, of course, the Japanese movies. So we loved Godzilla. Loved Godzilla. He was the best because Godzilla, he was kind of a good guy. Like he really cared about people. And then there was Mothra, which I never dug. But oh, I need help now. And now there's a 30-second delay. Giant turtle. Does anyone remember the giant turtle? The giant turtle. Mothra, duh, was a giant moth. Was that Gamera? Am I making that up? Gamera? He was a giant turtle. He was our favorite. The giant turtle was our favorite. So I'm giving you a lot of things to Google, aren't I? And I'm just like all over the place. So now I'm in sync for everybody. Except for Stephanie, who was like, it's so close. But everyone else says I'm in sync. No, I love you, Stephanie. Oh, Flash Gordon. Oh, Gidra was the turtle? Gamera. Oh, it was Gamera. Okay, so I'm giving you a lot to Google. So now your Google job includes Clutch Cargo, Speed Racer, and Gamera. But I need some sheep again. Hold on, hold please. Okay. Okay. I just needed a little gentle sheep sounds in the background for a second. Oh, and sheep doggy. Oh, so good. So I saw one comment that said no to Wednesday night. Are there any other no's? Which is a bummer because Wednesday night is the night that my husband meets with his chorus. So that can be a good night for me to do it. but I could also do it on more than one night. Okay. So the news is Monday starts Virtual Vogue. For those of you on my Ravelry group, and if you're not on my Ravelry group, come on down, check it out. I think I'll post in Patty's News, and then I'll post in, maybe I'll post, I'm trying to figure out where it's best to get everyone's attention. Maybe I'll then just put a post in the clue number 1 and the clue number 2 to get a sense of who wants to join a Zoom. And then I'm going to keep it to 50 for the first one. So I might just have it be the first 50 people to email me. And then I'll set up the Zoom and I'll send out the invite and we'll create 5 breakout rooms, 10 in each. And so I can pop around and say hi to people. And then if it works, if it's great, I'll do it again. And that way it's more about me facilitating for people that maybe don't have a virtual knit night and don't have a group of people that they can join. And then I'll just kind of mix it up. You know, I'll mix up the rooms, I'll mix up the dates, all that good stuff. So are you guys enjoying the sheep or do you want the full face back again? Frankly, I like the sheep better, but that's just me. But I'll go back to the face before I leave. All right, back to the face. So tell me what other people are doing to keep themselves sane and connected. Does anyone else have things that they've been doing? Has anyone else been doing any reunions, any virtual dinners? We've done 4 Zoom dinners now with friends, 2 with a group of friends from or a group of David's friends that are now my friends, 1 with his family, 1 with a group of my friends. We did a virtual game night. Has anyone done, what's it called? Is it Code Breaker? Code Master? Code Breaker? I can't remember. Codemaster? Anyway, it's a virtual game. It's a real game. It's a real game that you play on a board, but they have a virtual version, which is really fun. So virtual game night is awesome. Yeah, podcasts are great. I've been doing a lot of podcasts to keep myself sane, but I was just wondering what people are doing to kind of connect themselves outside of themselves. Oh, virtual family Sunday brunch. That sounds awesome, depending on your family. Just kidding. Oh, Donna said Clutch Cargo was playing in the background of Pulp Fiction. I'm going to have to go back and see that. I didn't know that. Code Names. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Code Names. Yeah, that's the virtual. I couldn't remember if it was Code Breaker or Code Names. Code Names. It was really fun. So if you have a group of friends and you want to play a game night, Code Names is really good. Oh, virtual pub quizzes? Emily, is that a certain, where do you get that? Is there like a certain website for virtual pub quizzes? Or I guess, oh my God, I'm doing what drives me crazy when other people do to me, when I'm like, you could Google that. Sorry, Emily, you do not have to spoon feed me. I will Google virtual pub quizzes. So embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed that I think I just need to look at a sheep face for a second so that you don't look at me. Anyway. Oh, virtual dinners with a group of friends every Friday night. Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, Stephanie's doing Palm Canyon. So yes. Okay. So I'm totally going to do that. I'm working my patootie off on the Vogue classes. I have a little side table here set up for my first class, which is bionic knitting. And oh my God, how cute are the sheep? I'm so like squirrel. I'm so distracted by the cuteness of the sheep. Oh, there's a crafty quiz. Oh, the crafty quiz. Oh, that's Clara Parks. Clara Parks is doing a crafty quiz every day. So, oh yeah, I should check out hers. Google Nick Heath pub quiz. Hold on. Oh my God. So I'm writing this down on my teacher's handout I'm so professional. Nick Heath. Oh, you know what else I could do? Just read the comments later, like a person. I'm such an idiot. Oh, your local yarn store is doing knitting groups. Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's the other thing I wanted to chat with you guys about. I'm going to switch back to me for a second, even though, oh my God, look how cute they are. I kind of don't want to switch. They're so much cuter than me. It's hard to switch away from them. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you all about is your local yarn store. So here I'm talking about sheep and wool and shopping the vendors and like having your Zen moment where you put on the sheep in the background and you kind of pretend you're at the Sheep and Wool Festival and you shop around. But I was talking to a friend of mine who was expressing concern that I'm going to stop the sheep noises, even though I find them so weirdly calming. She was concerned that she felt like her local yarn store had kind of given up. And she said, I totally get it. It's overwhelming. She was trying to help them like with Zoom and saying, hey, maybe you want to do a virtual knit night like you were saying your local yarn store does, or maybe you want to do like virtual shopping. And she felt overwhelmed and she said, I can't, I'm too old to learn this stuff. I can't. And she felt like, oh no, her local yarn store is going to close because she is going to give up. Now, I totally get that feeling. I had a meeting this morning when in a professional meeting, got a little weepy. Super embarrassing, but it was my marketing team, so they understand. So I really get the feeling like I can't. I'm just going to give up. I'm just going to like watch TV and ride this out. But what I was wondering is if anyone out there in TV land feels like their local yarn store is floundering and you feel like you have some time on your hands and you feel like you might be able to help. Maybe you're good at Zoom, maybe you're good at some ideas. Reach out to them. Reach out to them and say, hey, I did, whatever, a virtual knit night with my friends, and I think that would be great for the store to do. Would you like me to help you get that set up? I think that would be really great. I think that would feel really good. So I'm just catching up. I've done an excellent, mindfulness exercise class. Oh, mindfulness. You had me at mindfulness and you lost me at exercise. Yeah, I'm being bad. My husband's like working out, not just every day, but multiple times a day. He'll set his alarm, and he'll, because he's a copy editor, so he's just on the computer all day long. So he'll set an alarm and just be like, "Oh, I'm going to do a quick half-hour yoga," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm going to eat a corn muffin." There you go. Zoom knitting, book clubs, Bible discussions. Moved from New York. Oh, moved from New York City recently. Moved from to where? Need a virtual everything. So, Adrian, where did you move to? And is there a local yarn store, or did you move like during all this? Betty says, to my local yarn stores. Oh, we'll open here on the 15th. 10 customers at a time. Excellent. Yeah, exactly. Lori said, that a lot of shops are by themselves and feeling overwhelmed. Totally. I mean, if you're a one-person show, hi. I mean, I'm a semi one-person show. I have people. So I have Pam, who helps me with Pam helps me not create a small bonfire and throw my computer into it and then dance naked around it. While I say burn, technology burn. So that's what Pam does. And then Nai-Chen and Zanti are my marketing folks, and they help keep me on track. And I had a meeting with them today, and they helped me brainstorm. And I was really honest with them. And I said, normally here you are, I'm coming to the table with the ideas. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And they help me market it. And now I'm like most of you, I'm hanging on by my own version of my bitty thread. And I said to them, hey, listen, I'm open to your ideas. So please keep them coming. And that's what made me think of yarn stores. Like, if you have an idea for your local yarn store, pitch it to them. Because it's hard. Oh, my local yarn store did a Facebook Live sale. That's awesome. Oh, local yarn store is 2 hours away. Going to visit next weekend. Oh, so they're open. Regina, they're open. Oh, awesome. Don't worry about the exercise. I do exercise. Yes. I've been doing a lot of, David's like, I'm going to do a 30-minute gentle stretch. I'm going to eat a biscuit. So whatever. That's it. Oh, good. Susan says some of her shops are doing knit night. That's really good. Webb's is still, their store is closed, but they're still shipping. And Webb's is amazing. I hope I'm not telling tales out of school here, but I just want people. Yeah, I am going to a little bit tell tales out of school. So I was, I work with Steve and Kathy at Webb's, and most people know Webb's like it's this giant institution instead of knowing. I mean, for those people that Webb's is their local yarn store, they know it's Steve and Kathy. It's a family-owned business. It is second generation, and they're working their tail off. Like Steve and Kathy are, they're pick and packing, they're shipping boxes, they're doing everything they can to make sure that not only that you guys get the yarn, but also, I wouldn't say more importantly, but I would say as importantly, they keep all their staff working. So they are just, they're amazing people. They're so kind. They care so much about the community, and they care so much about their staff. Otherwise, frankly, I wouldn't be working with them. I'm not working with them because they're big. I'm working with them because they're them. And they're really, really special people. So anyway, I just want to say that. Oh, yoga. Yeah. Emily says, you have a very important job, Pam. You do. Pam's also like, listen to me have total meltdowns. Oh, you moved from NYC to Asheville in January. Oh, holy cremoli. Grateful to be here. Yeah. Yeah, it's a beautiful place, but I'm sure you also miss New York, which is also a beautiful place. So, yeah, it's tricky. Oh, went to school in Northampton. Yay, Webs. Yes, thank goodness Webs is still shipping. Yeah, and if, oh, Betty says Steve and Kathy are great people. They really are. I mean, they're some of the best people I know. So they do so much work behind the scenes for the entire industry. And I mean, I don't think, I haven't talked to Steve since this all happened, but I've spoken to Kathy, and I sense that, I don't know when the last time she slept, but man, she is working around the clock. She really is. Yeah. I really miss NYC. I get it. I totally get it. We left, 8 weeks ago, 9 weeks. I don't even remember how long ago we left to come up to our house up here. Before we left shortly before they put the city on pause, as Andy would say, as Andrew would say. Sometimes I accidentally say Mario. Mario Cuomo was his dad. But yeah, I miss Brooklyn a lot. I miss it a lot. If you want to see something so beautiful, it might make you cry, but it's okay. Go to the Brooklyn Botanic Garden website and do their virtual tour, because the cherry blossoms are in bloom right now. So it's pretty amazing. Anyway, okay, so for one hot second, because it's giving me another warning that my current bit rate is lower than recommended. I can't with the YouTube. So because of this, I feel the need to leave our afternoon together with some sheep sounds. I'm actually going to turn them up a little bit. Okay. So before I say goodbye, oh, you got your carton from Tortoli, yay. Before I say goodbye, I just want you to enjoy the sheep for a second. And if you're on my Ravelry group, make sure to look out for news of a little Zoom meetup. If you can visit the Maryland Sheep and Wool vendor page, please do. Please do a little shopping. Please make sure to check out Stephen Willett and Northlight Fibers and Starcroft and Brooklyn Haberdashery. Please check out Anzula on her website. These are all my wonderful vendors for Affinity, and they're amazing. And oh, Eileen said I did that. She went to the Brooklyn Botanic Garden. Yeah. And yeah, keep your eye out for news of a meetup. And it's time for me to go and work on my classes for Vogue. So before we, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Questions. I have a few question suggestions for future sessions. Yeah, share them via Instagram. Also, don't forget, you guys, don't forget, I'm doing Ask Patty Live as part of Vogue, and you're supposed to be emailing me questions or sending me questions via Instagram. And I've only gotten like 10 questions so far. So send me questions. And if you can't attend, send me questions anyway, and of course I'll answer them. Okay. So I know you guys are about 30 seconds behind, so I'm going to give you a little time to catch up. What do we say before we leave each other? Let's see if I can kill enough time, 30-second time, that you will catch up in the comments. I'll give you a hint. There's 3 parts to it. What do we say? Anyone? Anyone? In the comments? No? Okay, the 30-second delay on this just kills me. Here we go. Before we say goodbye, what do we always say? Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Knit on. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.